All right, so we're going to watch this video. I'm going to do a little bit of editorializing, but I want to let this dude's words stand. He's recorded himself talking to his friend, kept his friend off the camera most of the time, and he's talking about why he supports Trump over Biden. He makes a lot of good points, and I want you to hear it.
Hell no! Hell no! I'm like, bro, are you serious? So he's asking me, he said, Kaz, why? Why vote for Trump? Okay, before we get into it, because I'm going to break it down to you, why are you voting for Biden?
I think he's a better person.
Why?
Because what's going on now in the situation with Trump?
What Trump situation?
What's going on now? Shit just fucked up. I believe he could come in and do a better job.
You really do?
I believe.
What has he done? You know he's been in politics for 47 years.
Before we get to that, I'm just going to say what's going on now is he's referring to social unrest. That's all been created. That's not something that it's been created.
What has he done in 47 years? What has he done in 47 years? Like what?
I mean, I just believe he'll do better than Trump.
Did you know that Biden...
Okay, so that's another thing, too, is that a sister syndrome with Trump derangement syndrome, where you talk to people and they're just like, no, and they shut down right away and they can't hear anything you have to say, that Trump derangement. This is the other syndrome that we see a lot of, which is where people they think they got this feeling, because somewhere subconsciously they heard something and it manifests into, I don't know, it's just something about them. What that is that you are, subconsciously remembering something you've heard in the media that you think is fact. So that's what that is. And that's annoying too. I don't have a name for it, but that's what it is.
Been a racist, said racist things about you and me, personally, as black people, and made a bill to incarcerate black people. With Bill Clinton. The crime bill. Look it up. The man just said, you ain't black unless you vote for him. All right? He also said he didn't want his children going to school in a racial jungle. Didn't want integration. He was for segregation. Also, not only that, he also said that poor kids can be just as bright and just as intelligent as white kids. Meaning that black, brown, red, yellow are poor. When he thinks poor, he doesn't think white at all.
And he overlooks a fuck ton of the population.
The dude ain't did nothing but hurt black people. And then his running mate, Kamala Harris, she's got a career of locking up black people. A career. Now, let's move over to Trump. You asked me why I'm voting for Trump. Before Trump was the president, did not everybody love him? In their music videos, rap videos, all the magazines. He got awards from black communities and the NAACP. Everybody loved him. But then when he became the president, they said he's a racist. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because when he came into politics, he started, what he said, drain the swamp. He started taking out all...
I'm gonna stop there right there for a second, because I didn't know what the swamp was when I first heard that. And I got to admit, when you use words like swamp, it starts to sound like you're using words like jungle. Like Biden saying racial jungle. It just doesn't sound good. So when he said that, I thought, I don't know what that means. And I'm sure he wouldn't say that if that was some kind of directly racist thing. But it definitely has the, quote, sound of being racist. But the swamp is actually, I just didn't know what it was. The swamp is actually a phrase that is used to describe Washington, D.C. and career politicians. So that is exactly what that means. And when he said drain the swamp, he was talking about shitty career politicians that don't do fuck all for anybody except for themselves and their contributors.
All the not just politicians, the evil, corrupt politicians. Fired them, took them out, made them go away, and put in his people.
I'm sorry, I just got to say this again. So when you talk about things that are subconscious in your mind that make you think either Trump is racist or that you like Biden better for some reason in this particular instance, whatever it is, it could be something like what I just said. The phrasing of the words drain the swamp sounds like, something jungle. It sounds like it might have fucking racist or supremacist connotations to it. So just for that, people who have that syndrome, as I think about that. Why do you really think that way?
Did you notice since he's been president, the economy has been better than it ever been. unemployment at an all-time low, more jobs created than ever before. He stopped making us an importer and made us an exporter. To me, that means we make more money. People talk about the wall that he wanted to build over there in Mexico. Do you know why he wanted to build the wall? And remember, they said that he was racist because he said that my brothers and sisters that's Mexican is murderers and rapists and stuff, right? That's not what he said. If you listen to the clip, he said that the MS-13, the gang, are rapists and murderers, not Mexicans. Not Mexicans. But they twisted that to make everybody around us believe that he's a racist.
And if you don't understand that, you can ask some Mexicans that know about MS-13 and they'll tell you, yeah, that's what he meant, and yeah, it makes sense.
Okay? Then they say, make America great again. What does he mean? When was America great? When you talk about make America great again, what he means is make America like what I...
Another thing that's gotten swept under the rug is all the busts he's done of the MS-13 lately and how much human trafficking, including child trafficking, has been attributed to them or to their associates.
Just said, an exporter again.
He's the one that's been
responsible
responsible
for
for
believing the
uncovering
American
that.
dream again, that they want to come to this country and they know that they're going to make it. Had nothing to do with race. All right? Not only that, the man gave funding for the next 10 years. This has never been done. For historic black colleges and universities. The HBCUs.
And that's a good fucking point. Why won't a moderator in a debate ask Biden, hey, you know, when you were vice president and Obama had these colleges come to him, which would have been 8 fucking times because they came every year, why once didn't he mention to him, like, hey, listen, you're president now, Barack, or maybe, hey, man, whatever, why don't you boost this a little bit? Why don't you do something, you know, more historically significant now that you have the power to do it? I've never heard that question asked.
Obama didn't even do that. He did prison reform, meaning which directly affects us as black people because we fill up the prisons. You feel me? He said, if you're a nonviolent offender and it's just like drugs or something and you ain't kill nobody or pull a gun on nobody, you can come home, man. There's programs set in place for you to be able to come home. He did everything that he could to show by his actions that he ain't a racist and a damn good president. He did all that. Yet we still running around here, the people that only watch the news, we're saying, hell no, we vote for Biden because Biden was with Obama, or Biden did so much great, but nobody can tell you none of the great that he did. But they can pull up every single thing that he's done to the black community. Specifically, Hillary Clinton called us super predators. Matter of fact, if the man isn't a racist, why did he speak at the KKK members' eulogy and said that he was his hero or inspiration or whatever?
Mentor.
So why does he deserve your vote? And not the man who's actually showing you that he cares about you. The president that's done more for the hood, black community, Hispanic community, than any other president since Lincoln.
And why not bring Lyndon Johnson into that statement? Well, more than any president since Lincoln. And I've often wondered, well, why doesn't anybody interject? And I've never even heard the Democrats interject with this. Why don't you mention Lyndon Johnson, who signed the Civil Rights Act? He addresses that in just a second.
You feel me? Why would you know me, bro? I'm a hood nigga. You know me. So why would I be telling you that? Bill Clinton's the one that did that crime bill, but they pushed it. Exactly. He knows his stuff. He know his stuff.
See, like something, he gonna bring the jobs back.
He been bringing them back, and that's why they did this coronavirus shit.
Like you say the export. Now we'll be the biggest export instead of China.
Exactly. He brought steel manufacturing, the automobile industry. They said that was dead, and look at us now, booming. They hit us with coronavirus. You notice that when coronavirus hit, they said everybody got to stay in the house. Nobody could go out. But yet, if you're Black Lives Matter or Antifa, you could go out and protest and burn shit down, and nobody's gonna say nothing. But the coronavirus is so bad. We out here standing with masks. You feel me? Why? It's an agenda. So, bro, the reason why I'm having this conversation with you is because it's important. Your vote is very important this year. They've been getting the black vote. You know, Lyndon B. Johnson said that I'm going to have these niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And we do, blindly. Latinos and blacks. We vote Democrat blind as hell. Don't even know why we do. We just do. Did you know that the black people are the ones that started the Republican Party? Did you know that? We were Republicans. They crippled us with welfare, Section 8. They kicked us out the homes, bro. Made the woman look at you and be like, I don't need you. I'll take care of by the state. I'll go get food stamps. Which led you to be upset, me to be upset, go out and sell drugs because we're trying to prove to our family that we can provide even though they ain't giving us no jobs. Then we get locked up under that crime bill. And then we're locked up and we're stuck there. That was under Biden. 47 years, bro, in politics, and they did nothing for us. Trump, people have already loved Trump for forever. Why would you want to be the president of the United States when you're already a billionaire? You have every woman that you could possibly want at your feet. You don't need the fame because you got the fame already, right? So what reason would he have to become the president of the United States? Did you know that he's never taken a check since he's been in office?
$1. Yes.
$1. Every other check he's donated. While being president, he's the only president in history for his net worth to drop, to go down.
By law, he needed to take this. I don't want none of their money. By law,
And by law, you got to
That's
take
why
some
I'm
form of
asking you,
payment, so you can take
you ready to
$1.
vote, bro, so you can vote for the
Probably
right
take
person
one
who's gonna
penny,
help us
but
out, man.
a dollar is
Who's
just
gonna do
easier.
more for this, not just even us as black people, because it's not about that. We need to even stop calling each other black. We American, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? We are American. Straight up. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I never have. You been my dog. You feel me? You been my dog, bro. You always gonna be my dog.
Just highlighted some shit to me.
I'm trying to tell you. If you want, I'm gonna give you my new number.
You highlighted some shit to me.
I'm trying to tell you, brother.
Fuck me up.
I'm trying to tell you.
You fucked me up.
They the real racists, man. They tell you Trump's racist and can't give you nothing to show that he's a racist. But I can give you everything to show you that he's not. But I can show you clip after clip after clip
Richard
after clip after
Spencer's
clip in its
endorsing
entirety
Biden.
of Biden saying some messed up racist stuff, bro. And then his actions, the bills that he's passed through, he got behind, were racist. Directly targeting you and me. So why the hell would we give him our vote? They think we're stupid. They think because he was with Barack Obama. Why do you think he chose Kamala Harris as his running mate? She wasn't even qualified. They didn't want her in the primary when she was running to be the candidate against Trump.
That
They
is
didn't
true.
want her then. So why pick her now? After she called you a racist. In the debate. Think about it. Because they think we're stupid. We're going to see a black woman and be like, oh, well, she could be the female Barack Obama. Well, let's vote. That's why. Trump been did a lot. A whole lot. Not just for the hood, bro. Not just for black communities, but for America. Which is what a president is supposed to do. Not single out one or the other because of their color. All of us are American, and that's how he looks at us, is as Americans. Not as niggas. Not as black.
That is the best line in the whole thing, so I'm going to play that again.
All of us are American, and that's how he looks at us, is as Americans. Not as niggas. Not as black. Not as none of that. That's why he said what he said. He said, look, what do you got to lose? You've been voting the same way. You've been voting for these people for how long? And look it. So what do you really got to lose? Give me a chance. And he's shown you. He's shown everybody. So I'm counting on you, man, and everybody else that you know. If you could, when you get to talking to people, bro, tell them exactly what I just told you. Trump 2020? Trump 2020? Can I get that? My brother. My brother. That's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. Trump 2020. He voting Trump. He already registered. He was gonna vote Biden. Didn't know none of the stuff I just told him right now. And everything that I'm telling you, you can look up. If you want, I'll show you right now. I'll get off the phone and I'll show you. That's what it's about, y'all. You want to make a difference, get out there and talk to people. It starts right there in your own hometown, man. Where you from, so people know you. Your credibility ain't in question. I ain't got no motive. This is my boy. This is my boy, man. Just let them know. Bring the facts to him, not your feelings, not your opinion. Present the facts. Say what you know to be a fact, so they can verify that, and then they know, yo, he wasn't lying. You know what? I'm gonna switch my vote this year. That's what we need to do, and I'm sure you're gonna talk to everybody else about it. My brother, I appreciate you. Straight up. I'm gonna get in here with my babies, bro.
Okay.
You have a good day.
All right.
We need to stop calling each other black Americans and whatever else and just call ourselves Americans. Ain't that the fucking truth? And ain't that exactly the opposite of what the BLM and right now the Democrats are trying, and the mainstream media are trying to get everybody to do?
Like people, because it's not about that. We need to even stop calling each other black. We American, bro. You feel me? We are American. Straight up.